Hello, Tamara Green here for A Course in Miracles, lesson number 98. So we're going to open our sides. There's a lot of meridian energy lines that run up and down our sides. We want to open them up by stretching them. So my feet are more than shoulder distance apart. The feet are forward. They stay steady. The feet don't move. You put your arms out shoulder height, and then just to get started so you can kind of get an understanding of how we're going to do a stretch. The feet are still, but we're shifting our weight from one leg to the next. Your legs are straight, no bent knees, and you're just shifting back and forth, and you're just getting the feel of what it feels like to shift back and forth. Okay, now here you pause and you reach that one arm over so that you feel the entire stretch from your fingertips all the way down to that outside ankle for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you come back. Then the other direction. And you are stretching for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you come back. And the other side, stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then level. And last one, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. Very good. Very good. All right, so I have a dog at my feet who wants to play. All right, let's see if we can get this lesson done here. All right, so A Course in Miracles, lesson number 98. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. Today is the day of special dedication. We take a stand on but one side today. We side with truth and let illusions go. We will not vacillate between the two, but take a firm position with the one. We dedicate ourselves to truth today and to salvation as God planned it be. We will not argue it is something else. We will not seek for it where it is not. In gladness we accept it as it is and take the part assigned to us by God. How happy to be certain. All our doubts we lay aside today and take our stand with certainty of purpose and with thanks that doubt is gone and surety has come. We have a mighty purpose to fulfill and have been given everything we need with which to reach the goal. Not one mistake stands in our way, for we have been absolved from errors. All our sins are washed away by realizing they were but mistakes. The guiltless have no fear, for they are safe and recognize their safety. They do not appeal to magic nor invent escapes from fancied threats without reality. They rest in quiet certainty that they will do what it is given them to do. They do not doubt their own ability because they know their function will be filled completely in the perfect time and place. They took the stand which we will take today, that we may share their certainty and thus increase it by accepting it ourselves. They will be with us. All who took the stand we take today will gladly offer us all that they learned and every gain they made. Those still uncertain too will join with us, and borrowing our certainty will make it stronger still. While those as yet unborn will hear the call we heard and answer it when they have come to make their choice again, we do not choose but for ourselves today. Is it not worth 5 minutes of our time each hour to be able to accept the happiness that God has given you? Is it not worth 5 minutes hourly to recognize your special function here? Is not 5 minutes but a small request to make in terms of gaining a reward so great it has no measure? You have made 1,000 losing bargains at the least. Here is an offer guaranteeing you your full release from pain of every kind and joy the world does not contain. You can exchange a little of your time for peace of mind and certainty of purpose with the promise of complete success. And since time has no meaning, you are being asked for nothing in return for everything. Here's a bargain that you cannot lose, and what you gain is limitless indeed. Every hour today, give him your tiny gift of but 5 minutes. He will give you the words you use in practicing today's idea, the deep conviction and the certainty you lack. His words will join with yours and make each repetition of today's idea a total dedication made in faith as perfect and as sure as his in you. His confidence in you will bring the light to all the words you say, and you will go beyond their sound to what they really mean. Today, you practice with him as you say, I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. In each 5 minutes that you spend with him, he will accept your words and give them back to you all bright with faith and confidence so strong and steady that they will light the world with hope and gladness. Do not lose one chance to be the glad receiver of his gifts, that you may give them to the world today. Give him the words and he will do the rest. He will enable you to understand your special function. He will open up the way to happiness and peace, and trust will be his gifts, his answers to your word. He will respond with all his faith and joy and certainty that what you say is true. And you will have conviction then to him, of him, who knows the function that you have on earth as well as heaven. He will be with you each practice period as you share with him, exchanging every instant of the time you offer him for the timelessness and peace. Throughout the hour, let your time be spent in happy preparation for the next 5 minutes you will spend again with him. Repeat today's ideal while you wait for the glad time to come to you again. Repeat it often and do not forget each time you do so. You have let your mind be readied for the happy time to come. And when the hour goes and he is there once more to spend a little time with you, be thankful and lay down all earthly tasks, all little thoughts and limited ideas, and spend a happy time again with him. Tell him once more that you accept the part that he would have you take and help you fill, and he will make you sure you want this choice which he has made with you and you with him. So 98 is I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. Wow, very exciting. So, okay. I have a little story for you. It's just a teeny tiny little example of how we are, or we can be, a part of God's salvation for the world. And you know, many of you do this kind of stuff maybe every day, but it's just a fun little story, an example of kind of what I put out there in the world and how it just keeps coming back even years later. Okay, so let's see, we're going back some years. This is when my husband was going through treatment of stage 4 cancer. Our son, at the time he was 13, was going through treatment for Lyme disease. So both of my guys were very sick and in treatment. And one of the things that we did that really just made us happy and laugh and enjoy each other's company was to go to the Mini Cooper website and look at all the brightly colored cars and decide which color combination with the details and the stripes and everything, which one that we were going to get after everybody was done with their treatment. At the time, I was, I love Hondas, don't get me wrong. It's a great, sturdy, dependable car. But I was ready to kind of, step out of the Honda mode, the mom kind of Honda mode, and really step into really fun driving. So Mini Cooper really appealed to me a lot, especially with all the bright colors, which is the reason why I'm wearing my very brightly colored shirt today. So we had that beautiful, pretty much the same color blue as I have in my top here. And it had a white roof and white striping down the hood and white stripes down the back hatch. And we, my son and I, named our car Mini Blue. And we just had such a fondness for this car because for us, it meant treatment was over. Both of our guys were recovered. My husband from cancer, my son from Lyme disease. And that car represented that sense of, we did it, got through a really difficult, challenging time in our life. We did it. And it was just so much fun. And with so much gratitude, we drove Mini Blue here and there and just really enjoyed that car so much. So, a few years go by and now it's time to sell Mini Blue. So I decided that since Mini Blue was very much a part of the experience kind of leading us to a really wonderful, happy place, my husband and I had written a book called Live Calm with Cancer and Beyond, him from the perspective of the patient, me from the perspective as the caregiver. And I wrote a chapter in that book called From Cancer Blues to Mini Blue, which really represented the end of treatment and recovery. So I took a copy of that chapter that I had written, and I wrote a handwritten note, may Mini Blue, whoever, has the privilege of owning this car, may you enjoy, may you feel the blessings and the joy and feel how fortunate you are to have this wonderful car that that means so much to us and that we have cherished. So I folded it up and I stuck it deep inside of the manual, the car manual, so that the dealership or whatever wouldn't, pull it out and throw it away. And sure enough, about 8 months later, something like that, I get a phone call, and I stuck in the chapter, it showed what my website was. And somehow she got a hold of my phone number, and I get a call from the next Mini Blue owner. And she said, I want to tell you how wonderful it was. It took me a while to finally open up that manual, and I found your note, and it just made me feel so good that I was driving a car that it was just so cherished and meant so much to your family. How beautiful. Well, guess what? It has that kind of meaning for me too, because I too had Mini Blue as I was going through my own cancer treatment. And every time I'd walk out of the infusion center and I would come back to Mini Blue to drive home, I always had a smile on my face. There was something about that car that just always brought me joy. And so thank you so much. And we just had this lovely, lovely phone conversation. It was just so exciting to talk to the next owner. Well, lo and behold, now it's been, quite a number of years have gone by. And lo and behold, the other day, I get this beautiful email from the third Mini Blue owner who said, we just found your chapter and a handwritten note from you, a handwritten note on that same page from the previous owner, and now we have Mini Blue, and we're so excited that we are now so blessed and fortunate to have this wonderful car, and we know her name, Mini Blue. So she wanted me to know in this email how how great it was to read that and to know that, it just felt like so much love was being passed over from one owner to the next. So much gratitude. And she felt it all, and she just said, it's just very exciting to have this car that has meant so much in bringing love now into my family. So you get an idea, right? It could be these little things. I mean, quite a few lessons ago, it was my friend who had a wrapped chocolate and gave it to somebody who wasn't having a very good day, and it totally turned their day around. And other people messaged me and told me that they did the same thing, and it felt good. This is how we save the world. This is just a little, taste of what these lessons are about, how we pass it on to others. We feel it in ourselves and we pass that love on to others. Okay. I loved sharing that story with you. So may you be well. May you feel safe. And may you be at peace. Bye for now.